Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 356 DV. This is an Astragal is what it is, and the 356 is representative of the profile, certainly. It's also representative of the fact that it is these specific dimensional properties, which we'll get to in a moment. The D in the finish, or I should say in the part number, calls out the finish, and that means dark bronze anodized. You can do this 356 T Astragal. You can see why we call it a T Astragal. In A for mill aluminum finish, B, D, G for bright dip gold, D for dark bronze anodized, and then painted white, as well as satin nickel. This is the D finish. The V in the part number means vinyl. That is the only insert material that's available with this item. Where are you going to install this? Anywhere. A pair of windows, maybe? Certainly. A door, obviously. This is an 18-inch sample. Screws are taped down here, and they're just typical 3/4 by 6 by 3/4 screws. There would be holes drilled in this flange for surface mounting it to the edge of a door. It's heavy. This extrusion is fairly heavy. And the inserted vinyl material obviously is going to be intended to help seal your door very well. Okay? Inserted 45-degree vinyl material. This is going to be available in every common length. Forgive me, it's not. This is available only in 80-inch, 84-inch, 96-inch, and 120-inch. Avoid 120-inch because it'll be very costly to ship, but it can be ordered. Obviously something very simple to cut. You'd be able to trim that down on a miter box saw. Obviously the vinyl would be easy to cut as well. Again, surface holes here. I've sold this to people, obviously, again, for doors, for small windows. I've also sold this to people when they are trying to seal, believe it or not, wood double hung windows where they have literally dropped this bar down into, well, here's the upper sash, and here's the lower sash, okay? And they've dropped the bar down into that seal. Now, maybe not incredibly effective and certainly appropriate hardware for doing it, but in certain historical applications, there's no permissible path to modifying the material. If you have a building that's 120 years old and everything that you do must be historically accurate, think any state capitol building, basically, you can't do much to it. So you might come up with an idea like this. Okay. Let me give you some important dimensional properties. The crown of the item is 3/4 wide. Overall width 3/4 inch. Okay. The projection is 1/4 inch from the face of the door. It's a bit harder to judge that from the camera, of course, and it's closer to 3/16. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Forgive me. That step is not being shown accurately. What you're dealing with, the dimension would be on the short side here. That's going to be 1/4 inch. Okay, right there. And you can see that in the drawing. Margin between the door, obviously enough for the head of the screw. A good 1/8 of an inch for sure for that. Frankly, you might want to, because the material is so thin, Pemko's not going to be able to countersink anything. You might want to try to source yourself some flat undercut head screws and do a slight countersink to tie that in down a little bit further, is what you might want to do. You don't want to increase the gap between the two doors very much, or what you also might do if your doors are beveled, you might ask Pemko to send it undrilled, and you might use even a smaller screw like a number 4 and drill that hole much closer to the what would be the inside edge. Well, depending on the swing of the door, but the side opposite the flat bar. Okay, little fluted sort of grooved face there for some texture and detail. The name Pemko is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only astragals like this, but perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, thresholds naturally. Material made of aluminum, stainless steel, architectural bronze. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website and the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Pemko 356 DV or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.